13:30, right on the dot there. So
Brother.
Hey, brother.
Remember that song? I wasn't a fan of
do.
that one. Was that Avicii?
I
it
think
might
so.
have been, yeah.
I didn't like. I wasn't a big fan of that one. You know which one I liked was Wild Ones. Remember that song in high school? Hey, I heard
Wild
you
Ones.
like the Wild Ones.
No, that song sucked.
Ooh, ooh.
I was a better singer, I would sing along with you right there. You know what I think it is? I think the gap in me saying something and then you hearing it is throwing me off a little bit because I would start to sing with you and I bet you would be totally behind.
Oh, there's like a lag for you.
Yeah, I think
Damn. Oh, that's whatever.
it's not too bad. It's not
Yeah.
too bad.
Like watching your mouth move and the audio synced, so it's like,
All right.
yeah.
I'm sure once I get mine from home too and stuff, it'll all kind of work out because we'll all be kind of
Yeah.
in sync. So
We'll be in sync. That's
back street. That's not.
That's not in sync.
All right.
You immediately went to
I know.
Backstreet.
I know.
Jesus
I know. I messed
Christ.
up. I messed up. What are you gonna do?
Fucking idiot.
Think
Can't do much.
you ain't gonna do it. Okay, what's he looking up?
Are we in? Are we?
Oh yeah, no, we're going. Yeah.
Live from
We're
New
going
York.
already.
Yeah.
Getting it. We're a minute
Oh,
and 35 in.
Kinda shooting the shit. Well, I would like to start off by apologizing to all of our listeners. I wasn't expecting to air out dirty laundry in the last episode, but it's in the name. So
that's right.
I feel like I was just kind of following the theme.
And Mike, you love a good theme, don't you?
Let me tell you something about a good theme. Let me tell you. Did I ever tell you guys about my all seafood weekend in
Oh,
Maine?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, brother. You know what? We're gonna bypass that one. You
Yeah.
know what I just got an update on because I stepped away from the computer and on the screen was you guys ever watch that show on Netflix where it's the older people dating?
Oh,
Yeah, what's it called?
no, because I know they have like the Golden Bachelor or whatever, but
No, this is like going on blind dates, but for people that are 50, 60, 70 years old.
huh.
Okay, I don't know much about it, but
Yeah, neither do I.
Actually, extremely interesting. I don't know why. I'm just, I'm like a reality show, viewer now.
I was gonna say, what are you guys watching right now? What are you guys in? What streaming service? What shows? What are you guys watching?
Netflix right now is just this. It's just for that reality show. We're not really watching much else, but we picked up Silo on Apple TV.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's a little slow, but it's not bad. I actually thought it was going to be worse than it was. And we just finished Shrinking with Jason Segel, Harrison Ford. I love that show.
I finished it last night.
It was good. I thought it was like, it's funny enough. It makes me laugh. It's wholesome. It was cool. I'm down with that.
Harrison
Need a little feel good in my life,
Harrison Ford plays a great old guy, and I hate saying it because we know him in his iconic roles when he was younger, but like he's playing in these roles that obviously he's an older guy and is recognized as an older guy, but he just fucking nails it. He nails it so
I think
good.
it's him. I
It's
don't think he's
genuinely
acting.
him. It's genuinely him.
Yes. Yeah.
What are you watching?
Because like you see him in interviews and he acts pretty much the same.
100%.
I'm not really watching much, to be honest.
TV's
I
for
just watch
losers.
movies.
What movies are you watching?
Man, I mean, I just watched Fargo for the first time.
I heard that's good.
It was really good. I would recommend that. Juror number 2, which is, I don't know why I
Just watch that too.
Oh, really? That one was really fucking good. That was a
Mhm.
good ass movie. I don't know why. Whenever I hear Harrison Ford, I think of Clint Eastwood, and I know that movie is
Mm.
directed by Clint Eastwood, so
Yep.
like my mind was already there. But and whenever I think of Clint Eastwood, I think about his performance in Gran Torino, where he plays a racist old guy.
Yeah.
And
And he has like the little
yeah, and for some reason, it's like when you say Harrison Ford, I'm thinking like racist old guy, but no, it's a different guy,
Very different.
very different guy.
But
Very different.
I don't think Clint Eastwood plays a great old guy. You know
No.
what I'm saying? Like I don't
Clint-
think he does.
no.
He's not a good actor. He just likes to put himself in his own movies.
Yeah.
But that Juror Number 2 movie, I didn't know it
Mhm.
was directed by him. I think that's one of the better Clint Eastwood movies that I've seen.
Oh yeah, 100%. That movie was crazy.
Yeah, it was a great premise.
Yeah.
Mike, have you watched it at all?
No, I haven't seen it.
Do you want us to spoil it for you?
Yeah,
no,
go
no,
on.
yeah.
I probably will
You
never
know,
watch it.
it's not a spoiler. Like the premise is interesting enough, I think that you would go watch it. It's about a juror who gets put on. Well, he gets on jury duty, right? And it's a murder case, and he finds out within the first couple of minutes that the murder that they're talking about, the case that they're talking about, is something that he might have done.
Oh.
And by mistake.
When was
like,
this?
he
When did
doesn't
this
know.
come out?
Mistake.
When did this come out?
Like maybe a couple weeks ago. It's like fairly new.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's on HBO Max. But yeah, like basically it's like he figures out that like, oh shit, I might have been the guy. And it's now like, do I put my life on the line or do I just get this guy sent away?
Yeah, I was gonna say, are they wrongly convicting somebody?
I
Like-
mean, you got to figure. I mean,
Well, you got to watch it.
yeah.
You got to watch it.
Mm.
But I'll tell you what, I was watching this with B, and she was like, "This is dumb. This is the easiest decision of my life I think I've ever seen. Like, you telling me it's me or him? See ya."
See ya. Yeah.
So I was like, "All right, cool."
Yeah.
That's wild.
Going back to the reality show stuff, man, have you seen MILF Manor?
No, but I've seen clips.
Yeah, me
Dude.
too. I've seen clips.
It is.
That's the most ridiculous
Crazy.
thing.
Are you watching
I
it?
only watched season 1. I didn't watch season 2. Although, like, I would like to watch season 2. I haven't gotten into it. But yeah, like, the first season was crazy. Like, you want to talk about garbage, trash reality TV shows? That is the perfect one. There are some lines and some scenes in there that I would like. Atticus and I watched it together. We had to like pause the TV to like laugh, and like also be like, "What the fuck?" Like, and again, I don't watch much like reality television as it is, but so I don't know if like other shows are like that. But like some of the
Wait,
shock factor in these,
This, if I remember right, there were clips from that show where they were like dating the father, but the son of, like the son of the dad was also there.
yeah. So that's season 2's premise. So season 1's premise was it's 8 women. You know, they're like there to like find love with younger guys, and then the catch is that the younger guys are the other women's sons. So they're basically trying to hook up with the other women's sons while like the mom is there, and it causes some weird dynamics and stuff. Season 2 starts off as the same dynamic, but then they add in the fathers of the sons, which also end up being the ex-husbands of the women.
Oh. Look at his
Wait,
face.
what?
Yeah. Because you'd figure like if it's their dads and their moms, it's literally everyone is just in one house. So it ends up being the sons are now competing against the dads for the women, and then also trying to navigate life, like trying to hook up with other women in front of your ex-wife. At least that's how it looks. I
What?
didn't watch it, obviously. But that was the double reveal that I saw, was that like, okay, it's MILF Manor season 1, Sons of the Moms. And then, or maybe not. Maybe they didn't take it that far, because that would be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
This to me sounds like the premise of a porn without the sex.
Yeah. I don't think any of them hooked up in season 1, to be honest.
Well, then what's the point of watching?
Because like the reason why is because like the other moms were just cock blocking, or like the sons would cock block.
Mm.
So
But
This
we
is
want,
like-
we want
they're
juicy
like,
right out the
guys,
front.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it would be obviously much funnier and more spicy if they did, but I think a lot of that got stopped. But yeah, season 2, it might have been just 8 random young guys and then their fathers mixed in, so the women have no attachment to the older gentleman. But it would be pretty funny if it was 8 sons and then 8 ex-husbands.
Would you guys look at your dad and be like, "Pops, let's get it"? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
That's insane. That is
I can't
crazy, crazy thing to do.
Can't even picture it.
Yeah.
You think big?
Why would you?
You think big Mr. C wouldn't be down? You know what I'm saying?
You know,
He would probably sit down and he'd be like, "So, what's your 401k look like?"
I feel like I've spent most of my life avoiding thoughts like that to only in the end just entertain it in real life. Are you psychotic? Wait, but
Yeah.
now from your vibe, it sounds like
you would do it with Big Mike.
sounds like you
No,
would.
but let me tell you something. You know what? You know what I did the other day that I was shocked that Big Mike and my mom were on. They were like,
so curious to see how
Yeah,
this
where's
is
this
related.
I got my parents out to the bar the other night. Listen
Oh.
to this.
Nice.
Oh,
So
okay.
my dad turned 60 this year. We had a surprise party for him in Pittsburgh, and we did the surprise party. But he, in his own doing, was like, you know, he was very grateful for the surprise party, this and that. But he, in his own doing, like said months and months before the surprise party happened, he was like, "I want to go to the Cadillac Ranch, to the country bar." Now, obviously,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
not line dancing, but he's like, "I want to put on the boots and I want to go to Cadillac Ranch and I want to see what the hubbub's about. I've never been." And so I impulsively the other day called my sister and I was like, "What are you doing tonight?" And she was like, "Nothing." Her significant other wasn't doing anything. I said, let's call Dad, because my dad's on vacation this week. I said, let's call him. I said, let's see if he wants to go to Cadillac Ranch. And she goes, "I would actually be down for that." And my dad, if you know him, is not a loud music kind of guy. And I was like, he ain't gonna do he ain't gonna do this. And so I called them and I was like, "What are you doing tonight?" He's like, "Nothing." I was like, "Well, your mom got plans?" He goes, "No." I said, "Come on, let's go to Cadillac Ranch tonight. That's what you wanted to do for your 60th." And they showed up and they sat. My mom drank a beer, dude. Can you believe that? My
Wow.
mom drank a beer. My
No.
dad sat there and he would get up and watch like the line dancing. Like my sister got in on some of the line dancing because she knew him. And he like got up and was like scoping out. We were there for quite a few hours, but we were just rocking it. I could never in my life. I've been out to the bar with my dad one time before and we went to celebrate my mom's birthday. And then there was like, everybody decided after we were going to a bar and my mom didn't go. So it was my dad and I, and he's sitting next to the speaker. It is blown in his ears. I was like, he is not having a good time, but he stuck it out. We both rolled up to the house at 1:30 in the morning with Wendy's. My mom was so pissed, dude. It was, she was so pissed that him and I just strolled. We weren't drunk or anything, but I was like, oh my God, I'm out to the bar with my dad. It's after midnight. Like, Jesus Christ. That was a time.
Dude, I feel like we are of the age now where going out with the parents is fun. Right?
Yeah.
Like it used to be something where it's like I have to hide it from my parents and then I'm out with my friends solely. And now it's like, yeah, dude, let's go out. Let's go out to the restaurant and we'll go to the bar after. We'll get some drinks. This will be good. It'll be fun.
Yeah,
Shoot
the
the shit.
last
Talk
time
about stuff that I never told you when I was a kid.
The last time I went to the bar with my mom, it was in the Philippines. She noticed how rapidly I was getting drunk. So she was like, I need to stop this. So she bought us one of those massive drink towers. It was like me and my cousins. She bought us one of those massive drink towers, thinking that, oh, since they have one of those, they'll stop drinking as fast.
Opposite effect.
Absolutely. We
Opposite, dude.
destroyed that thing.
How
Within, like,
wide were
10
her
minutes-
eyes after seeing that?
Within 10 minutes of that thing showing up to the table, it was gone. She was like, I don't know what to do. And that's also the last time I like have it also that night I went back to the hotel room with my mom and I threw up for the first time from drinking in like 2 years and I was like, damn, this is pretty embarrassing. 2 a.m. like waking my mom up to just be violently throwing up in the bathroom.
Did she give you stern Filipino mother?
No, she's like, all right, well, I don't know what to do. She's like, I'm trying to sleep.
She was like, figure
She's like,
it
"Can you-
out.
can you keep it down?"
Yeah.
But you, Austin, like you, even before the age we are now, like you and your parents would go out. Like your dad would play at restaurants, and you all would do a family ordeal, go out, have some drinks, do a little dancing, this and that. Like, I don't know. I can't say for Victor, like if he did that, if he's done that with his mom and
No.
stuff. But like, I never went out with my parents like that, and to an extent like that. Like, yeah, we went to dinner, this and that, but like they would bounce, or and I would stay, or vice versa. And like, I know that you go out to dinners and stuff with your mom here and there and all that, but like that was the extent. But like your family always had some sort of outing. You guys would make it an outing and make it a good night.
Well, we had it was the gigs. That was the only reason, right? Like it's not like we were opting to like go to the bar on a regular night. We had the gigs, and then we would just kind of make the most of it. Like family members would come in and be like, "Let's go listen to the gig." My parents or my mom would go up and dance and stuff like that, and it became a thing.
You guys remember that time we got hit on by those old ladies at Mona Lisa, and your mom had to be like go up to those women and be like, "Hey, you guys are being really cringe. You need to stop." Like,
Was this before you were going on your
oh
Yes.
yeah,
work
yeah, yeah.
journey?
Yeah,
It was
It
before I was
think
leaving
it was
for
the la-
Canada.
yeah,
I
it was the
don't-
last time.
No, you went to Arkansas first, I thought.
Yeah,
Oh,
you were in
that- you're
Arkansas
right.
first.
Sorry, it was
yeah.
Arkansas.
But I don't remember 3 older ladies
It was
approaching.
two. It
Two?
was two, and they were hitting on me.
Good. God bless. Good
and
for you.
then maybe I don't know. They were very much heavily hitting on me, like because I think the way we sat at the high top bar, I was the closest to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was like
Yeah.
me and then either you, whatever combination of the two of you, but I was the closest to them, and they were trying to get us to buy. They bought us drinks.
I don't remember
That's-
this.
no,
I
they bought-
remember
they
us
bought
going
us
Yeah, it
out.
was-
I remember us going to Mona
it-
Lisa, but I don't remember this part.
They
It was
bought
a
us
very
drinks,
mama bear
yeah.
moment for my mom.
Yeah, she was like, "You need to stop." That is so embarrassing for those other women, though.
Did she go full Pam or like half Pam?
No, she was just kind of stepping in and be like,
yeah,
"You probably shouldn't be doing this."
yeah, because we
Victor was
got
like, "Oh no, stop!"
we got up
please.
we got up from the bar because they're like, "Oh, do you, like they were trying to like hit on us," and I was like, it's fine, like no thank you, like I'm not looking to dance right now. I want to just hang out and talk to my friends. And then we sat down in the booth, and they came up and they were like, "Come on, we bought you guys a drink, like you owe us a dance."
I don't
They were very
remember.
persistent.
I
They
don't
were very
remember any
persistent.
of this.
Yeah, and then
They
Austin's
were.
mom was like, "You need to stop. Like they don't owe you anything. You chose to buy them a drink. That's on you.
I don't remember
Please
any
leave
of that.
these guys alone."
To be fair, they had no idea that like the dynamic that like we were all there, and my mom was there,
Yeah.
like, so they didn't know that we had we were rolling deep in the bar, but but
But if
it would have been
if she was not there,
just
we
as
would
awkward if
we
she
would have
wasn't
gotten
there.
taken advantage of if she wasn't there.
We would have.
Yeah,
We would have.
it would have ended a lot differently.
Why do I not remember that? I remember when we went to the brewery the first time I took you to see Pop Rocks before Nikki Guns was the lead singer. That's how long ago it was. And there was just everybody was dancing, place was packed, and there was just this one lady that was not stopping with you, and you just had to dip. We had to dip. I remember that because she was just too much. Remember, she had short hair.
Yeah.
But I don't remember Mona
dude.
Lisa.
Every experience that I've had with an older woman at the bar has always been that woman as the aggressor buying me drinks. And then I have to find an elaborate way to like, oh, I gotta go. But you get a couple of free drinks out of it. It's good. I mean,
Yeah.
you had the same experience when we were in Canada.
Oh, yeah. She was. It was like her 40th birthday, and they were ordering bottles of champagne. And I wanted us to get free champagne, so I tried to make a move, and then
Oh,
she.
so you were asking for it.
Well, I was just trying to like, I'm gonna chat
He
her
was
up.
trying to
She's-
whore out for a drink.
Interesting.
and she told me to get my work visa and work for her husband in Canada. And then,
for her husband.
yeah, she was like, my husband has a business. Get your work visa and work for him in Canada. But then she was also like, my husband's not gonna like you because you're my type.
Yeah, I was just about to
And
say.
I was like, I'm just here for the champagne bottle.
Yeah.
I had to dip out of there.
he couldn't commit, dude. I was really upset. He said like, I'm going in. I'm gonna get one, and then he came out with nothing.
So
failed
you,
score.
You went on a mission.
Not a mission,
He
but
did.
they were
He
they
knew-
were
He knew exactly what he was
you
getting
had a
into.
clear
though.
and present objective,
but they were throwing bottles out there too.
and you failed.
I did.
And he went up there and he put a
Unbelievable.
couple of the buttons down.
Mhm. Mm-hmm.
Wow, you really were asking for it.
I hit him with the French.
He's-
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bonsoir,
He said
madame, you know?
I'm here. I got family in town.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do damage.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. And I did fail. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna stand there and hold true to that.
And you were so close to like securing the dub there too. She told you to get a work
He really
visa.
was.
Yeah, she told me to
She
get
was
Go
she
ahead.
was there for the long term game. Mike was there for
Yeah.
the short term game.
I know, but in better men would have secured the bag there. I'm not saying I would.
Listen,
I'm not saying I would.
Listen, but
But-
you have to understand. Okay, like, right? They tell you in baseball, swing for a base hit, not for a home run, right? Like, I'm here for the champagne. I'm
Yeah.
working the angle to get the champagne. Once she started saying, "Get your work visa and work for my husband's business," that's the home run that I don't want to swing for.
No,
I'm here for the
no.
champagne.
No, that's her putting the ball in a tee for you. You're saying
That's right.
swinging for a single. You didn't even you missed the tee. The ball's there.
Listen, I was going in with
Oh.
one objective, and she was not giving me that objective.
But that's why you talk yourself into. She had thrown. You were so. It's literally like it's like hitting a ground rule double and then staying on first, being like, no, I'm cool here.
Listen, it's like
You hit the ground rule double and you're like, nah, I'm all right. Or you know what? Better analogy, hitting one into the gap and letting that ball roll around the wall there, and the fielders are scrambling to get it, and you're like, nah, I'm good on first,
no,
guys.
no. It's like
It would be disrespectful of me to take advantage of the outfielders trying to find the ball.
This is like Zero Dark 30. It's like the team
You're
is
not
going in.
you're not a tier 1
the,
operator,
the
buddy.
team is going.
I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Listen,
After hearing the story of you not getting the champagne, you are not a tier
the
1
team
operator.
is going in to bomb Osama bin Laden, and the options are go for the target, Osama bin Laden's house. But she's telling me hit the neighbor's house instead. I'm here
that's
for the
not-
target.
that's-
I'm here for the
That's not
target.
No.
That's not.
We talk
That's
about
that's
Osama
not
bin
it.
Laden. You're the helicopter that crashed before they got there.
Oh, I'm not Black
That's
Hawk
right.
Down. That's fucked up.
That's not Black Hawk. That's a
Oh,
different,
is it not?
It's a different helicopter.
Oh shit.
You're the one. You're the helicopter that they can't talk about because it was unsanctioned.
Yeah.
And so they had to just leave you there in the
Yeah.
desert.
They had to blow it up and then just dip.
That's right, and say it was a military exercise.
Man,
But truly, Mike, you could have walked away with multiple rounds.
you could have
Even
finessed, dude.
Even if you had to buy her a single drink first,
Yeah.
you could have gotten 2 rounds of shots
Dude,
for
look,
me and
I
you.
wasn't that invested.
You know what?
Okay,
Maybe
but
you
then-
should have,
yeah.
Mike.
Then you can't be talking about swinging for any hits, any home runs, anything like that. You can't be talking like that. You're not invested. Yeah, tell her. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I would love to work for your husband. I would love that.
100%.
I'm not that invested.
Because but
You give-
none of
you
it,
give-
none of it's real. None of it's real.
You guys aren't going to see each other the next day.
That's what I'm saying. You give her a fake number, you give her Austin's number, and you get the fuck out of there. You get the champagne, you dip. That's all you got to do. Oh,
That's
man.
right.
Well, we all
You have
equally
so-
failed.
you have so
we
much to
all
learn.
equally failed. Victor didn't take that dance with that girl.
Because I didn't want that's the thing. You wanted the champagne. I did not want the dance.
Austin,
I didn't fail.
Austin didn't, equally engage in a dance that night at the brewery.
Because he also didn't want that.
Yeah.
Our
Thank you.
objectives
Thank you
were
very
to
much.
not dance with older women. Your objective was to get free champagne from an older woman. And you failed.
Right. We didn't solicit the attention from this woman.
Yeah.
You actively sought her out.
Man.
Just saying, missed opportunities.
when
Yeah.
you're young and dumb,
Young and dumb. That was that was longer ago than I thought it was.
Yeah,
was gonna say, that was last
it's so
year.
long ago that you had to think about the number. You're like, that's 5+ years.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like 2019.
Yeah, pre-pandemic. And think about
Yeah,
it.
but actually,
Go ahead.
2018.
Understand that the COVID-19 pandemic was 5 years ago. So we're talking at least
Yeah.
5. So 2018, yeah, that sounds about right.
That's crazy. We're
Because
about to
I
be-
graduated and I went right there within 2 months. So that was 2018.
I was gonna say, yeah, 7 years since we graduated, guys. About to be.
Yep.
We're old, man.
And never have we had a reunion for high school.
And we never will.
And we never will.
Yeah. I had another reel. We can't do reel of the week this week. If you guys notice on the last one, there's no video for it because I fucked up the video recording. But
We're learning.
I did have another reel for about high school reunions. I'll just send it to you guys because it would be funny. The viewers and listeners don't get to hear it, but
What's the premise? Give us the premise of it.
it's about
Yeah, tell us.
it's like being locked in the janitor's closet during a school shooting during your 10-year reunion.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna talk. No,
Jesus
no,
Christ.
never mind. Move on. No, that's that. You want to get canceled? That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
No, come on. The premise. Listen, I'm not advocating for it.
I'm
You're
not
saying
saying
that's
you are.
what the premise of the
I'm
reel
saying
is.
that's where we stop. That's a hard stop. That is a hard stop.
Mike, in our day and age, that is a realistic scenario that we could be in.
Yeah.
Well, we're not in school anymore.
No, but
However,
I'm saying going back to the school.
yes,
We're going
no,
back for a reunion.
100%,
Yeah.
and that's why we should have more guns in the streets. But like, what do you want me? What do you want?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, now you want a hard stop? Think about it.
No,
Yeah,
I agree.
saw-
Everyone should be exercising their 2A.
I saw a clip the other day of somebody that was talking about how it's like basically advocating for like, okay, if people want to support the Second Amendment, right? In the Constitution, it was written in there originally so that citizens had the right to have arms so that if they ever wanted to uprise against the government, they had the means to do so. And it was like a check and balance kind of thing. And he's like, now it's a little bit of a different story, but people still want to hold on to those guns. So he's like, so what I'm advocating for is that every year we have a Hunger Games style scenario where every citizen that's armed, right, to the teeth has the opportunity to stand up to the United States military. And it's like, a whole group of citizens in there and then Joe Schmo on the other end with like a drone and it's a go to town.
Yeah.
Prove your Second Amendment worth right here, right
a
now.
drone is not something that's protected by the Second Amendment.
A drone with
I'm
missiles.
saying the military.
I see
he's
what
the
you're
one.
saying.
Yeah, he's fighting the drone. The military.
I'm saying that the United States military has like technology wise advanced so much
No, I understand.
that
any sort of like armed militia group is getting absolutely mowed down. And it's
Absolutely.
not even like you won't even seeing like person to person combat. It's gonna be one armed militia like marching down the street, and it's just gonna be one predator drone from Call of Duty.
One stealth bomber coming in, just handling
Yeah.
that.
it's Joe Schmo with his M16. There's like 10 Joe Schmoes with their M16s, and the guy on the other end is like, I don't know if this is fair, but I have a Tomahawk missile.
yeah. It's not the guy's just in a control room on a joystick, like he's doing 360s with it. He's
You know what I miss? not like kind of in the two-way argument or not, but I miss Call of Duty Nazi Zombies. I miss the original one.
I was gonna say
I agree with you.
they drop that every the newest one, Black Ops, has zombies.
I still think World at War was the best one, like the original Nazi Zombies.
I loved that map. It was crazy.
In its most basic form, that zombies like version from the game was the best one. It was just simple,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Now there's so much to it, dude.
Yeah.
And I feel real old for saying that, but it's just so much. Like, I just want to see how far I can go. I don't need any subplots. I don't need any aliens. I just need, give me a gun, see how far I can go.
Yeah, like I think I can't remember which one, but it was a couple years ago where like you would, like start at one spot, kill a bunch of zombies, then have to hop on a bus that brought you to a different
No.
spot to kill more
Lost me.
zombies, and then you can get back on the bus to go back to the first spot to get all like your pack a punch and like whatever. Then you can get back on the bus to go. I don't need all that.
Can't do it.
The theater
Can't
one,
do it.
the theater one is the maxed out one for me. I don't know if you.
Yes.
I think that's like Black Ops 1, right? Where it's
Mm.
the whole
Mhm.
Yeah.
theater and it's like it's one circuit, it's all like one thing, but it's still massive.
Yeah. And the only place that you could teleport was to the projector room
Yep.
and back.
Yep.
Yeah.
That
That
was
was it. And I think they brought that back. for one of the more recent ones, but with all the other flair, you know what I
Mm.
mean? Like all the other perks and guns that you can get and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But I agree.
I miss it. I miss the
I
World
miss
at War
playing that.
version. We should do that. You have that game still? Like, is those games still accessible?
You can get them,
Yeah.
but actually, I don't know. I don't know if but I would definitely be down to do it. That and the old Halo games, I would love to do.
Didn't they
I don't know
kill
if you guys
those,
ever
or
played that.
they still like coming out with new ones, or didn't they kind of kill that franchise?
I think they remastered all the old maps
Mm.
and stuff, like the
Yeah.
old games, like Halo 2 remastered and whatnot.
Yeah, they're not making new Halo games though, as far as I know.
Yeah, those were huge. I never played them, but those were huge.
Those games were sick, dude.
Good times. What a time to be alive, you know? Life was so simpler. Remember when like a snow day happened? You know what came up the other day? I was watching The Simpsons, and this is so old, but it reminded me of like snow days. Remember when like you had to like check the TV for the snow day, and then like you would have to like if you knew there was a snow day, and this is what The Simpsons brought up, you had to do the call tree. Remember the call tree where you had to call somebody else and be like, hey, this is so and so, no school, and then they would have to call somebody else and then call somebody else and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Remember that? And then you just stay home, play video games. There was no like virtual learning or anything like that.
Yeah, I was
like you
gonna say.
enjoyed the day off, you
Yeah,
know?
now
and-
they're like, yeah, get on them laptops, kid. Log in.
Yeah.
Your class still starts at 8:30.
Yeah,
That's tough.
I do feel bad that people that people miss out on that now, because that was so exciting when
Yeah.
you'd wake up in the morning and there was like some chance of snow, and you'd wake up extra early just to see if your school or your town
Yeah.
was on the list.
And the second it pops up, you're like, hell yeah, I'm playing Xbox for the rest of the day. Like
Yeah.
just immediately getting out of your school clothes and just sitting there doing absolutely nothing.
I would go to my neighbor's house. My neighbor, well, former, he was in the same grade as Vanessa, and on snow days, I would just go over there, and then we would either play music, and Michelangelo would come over. We'd either play music all day, or we would play FIFA 2010 World
Hell
Cup.
yeah. Hell
We would
yeah.
just do tournaments all day, man. It was so fun, and we would order a pizza and drive in the snow to go get it. You know what I'm saying? It was so much fun.
They should do snow days for jobs.
Yeah, that would be great.
Your work calls and be like, yeah, you know what? No one can come into the office today. You guys get a snow day. They announce it to the news the same way. except instead of the local news, they announce it to like Fox News, because that's what actually people are watching. Like older people are watching nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
So the ticker's on the bottom of like Fox News, and it's like, oh, I was gonna, I don't know what company to use, but you know what I mean. Like, it's your company, all employees from this location canceled, or closed.
Yeah, that would be great.
And then top on Xbox.
But now you
kid
get
again.
automatic generated text. You know what I'm saying? Remember, I don't know what if your college.
Oh, we
did-
used to get texts
Yeah.
for the high school.
We
We
would
used to
get
get
phone
text
calls,
messages saying
too.
that we had no school.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I remember the phone calls, the home calls. It would call the home, but I remember in college you'd have to call the snow line. Did you guys have that for your university?
No,
We
we would
had
just
to-
get texts
No.
or
Oh.
emails.
I
Like, the
think
school would just
they
be like,
have-
hey, you're
I think they eventually went into doing that, but like yeah, I remember having to call the snow line to see if they.
that's
called it.
crazy.
No, I remember that my 84-year-old professor decided that he still wanted to have class when there was like a foot of snow outside.
Is that are you talking
And-
about?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll bleep the name, but that dude's got to be dead, right?
Oh Jesus!
that dude was having life scares in the room with
Yeah.
us. Yes, I imagine that guy has passed by now.
Yeah.
Did I tell you? Were you in the same class? No, you weren't in the same class with me. Where he was with us in class, and he was reading out the attendance, and took 30 minutes for him to do that. By the way, people would show up late because they knew that their name was at the bottom of the list, and they could just show up like 30 minutes in and still be fine. He was reading the attendance, and out of nowhere, blood just starts coming out of his
What?
ears.
I remember you told me this. Yeah.
Are you for
That's
real?
crazy. Yeah.
Blood starts coming out of his ear, and somebody had to interrupt him and be like, Professor, you're bleeding, like it's coming out of your ear. And so
Get
he puts
outta
his
here.
hand up, and he goes like this, and he doesn't say anything else. He looks at everybody and he says, "Class dismissed." And he just everybody is just like, "I'm out of here."
Wow.
Yeah. They forced him to retire.
Wow. I mean,
Yeah,
when that's
yeah.
happening, I'm sure.
It's because like I think the like regular class with him would be like 45 minutes of nonsense and him going on tangents and then like him giving you like a key list of like what's going to be on the exam, and then basically the exam would be like questions from the key list that you didn't learn that semester because he didn't teach you. And so someone reported him to the dean, was like, yeah, you can't be having this as like a class. Like I have to take this class 4 credits for my major. This shouldn't be my only option in this building.
Jeez.
And so he got walked out one day.
Yeah, it was not good. He wasn't in his right mind to be teaching a class, nor was he physically capable of getting in and out of the building without potentially hurting
Well,
himself.
that's what I'm saying.
He used to stand up because he would sit down when he would lecture, right? But he would stand up every now and then to like write a word on the board and like circle it.
Yeah.
And I think that was like his indication of like, you need to know this for the exam. And he would get up, and we had multiple times where he got up and turned around to go write something on the board and fell, and then put his arm out to catch himself from like falling right into the wall.
My
And we're like,
God.
this is a problem, man. Like he can't be here
Yeah.
teaching. It was crazy. That was the only
Yeah.
time I ever experienced anything like that. And he would drive in the snow
Yep.
to come into for class.
Because he cared for his students.
Yeah.
I guess you could say
I don't
that.
know what
He one time brought a
I
gun.
don't know what
in.
his motivation was.
What?
Yeah,
What?
he brought
What?
like an old Western gun in one time.
Like a revolver? Fully functioning?
No, like not a Western, like a musket gun. You know, one of them like
The
American-
ones where you had to
the- yeah,
pipe
yeah,
through
the
and put the
American
powder
Revolutions,
in.
yeah. Which obviously like that wasn't gonna shoot anyone, but like yeah, he brought that in. Everyone was like, "What the fuck? You can't just have that." But yeah.
That's insane. In today's climate, come on.
Oh man, another thing about him. So that was the other reason why people were upset was there were no grades in the class except for attendance in the final.
Yeah,
That's it.
that was rough. Those were teachers
So-
were rough.
On the final, he made you turn in your phones, but again, he was so old and senile that he didn't know what a phone was.
Who put a calculator there?
Yo, I gave him
Yeah,
a Game
people
Boy.
did.
You gave him a
I
Game
gave
Boy?
him a Game Boy, dude. And
Would
I
you have
almost-
the Nintendo DS? I mean, what'd you give him?
people were they're giving PDAs, like old phones, obviously. Yeah, DSs, Game Boys, and he would just anything electronic, he'd be like, "That's a phone," and take it. And I almost fucked up the bag for everyone in my class when I took it because I gave him an old phone, and then I had my phone on my lap, and it fell, and you could like it hit the ground hard, and you could hear it. And he looked up, and I was like, I just stayed still, and then he like put his head back down, and I like picked up my phone and like started cheating again, obviously. But yeah, man, shout out to that guy. I think he's probably dead by now. I mean, he was 84 when that class was taking place, and that was 2016, or no, even earlier. That's like 10 years ago. That guy's dead. That guy is
Yeah,
gone.
we'll give him a cautionary rest in peace.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it up because I do remember his name, but
That's nuts.
Well, you already said the last name.
I'm gonna bleep it though.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Bleep, bleep, bleep. I can't say I had an interesting teacher like that. I did skip a final once to go on the radio, and I never told my parents that. But
Whoa,
Did you know you were gonna pass the class?
damn,
hold on, what do you got?
he
Babe?
died like the next year.
Oh,
Did he really?
Yeah, they forced him out of UConn. It must have been like a Joe Paterno situation.
Joe Pa.
Where they-
Oh,
they-
It was
boy.
keeping him alive.
Yeah, they forced him out the building, and it's like, well, I got nothing to live for.
Jesus.
He had a
Boy,
twin
dude, that
sister
kid-
that was
I
still
told-
living. She's got to be dead too. Sorry.
He was bleeding out of his ear mid class. That dude had something wrong with him.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Rest in power to my guy.
Rest in power to
Rest in-
My God. Well, you know what? At least he died doing what he loved, you know?
Yeah. It's at hospice care, which that's got to suck, but you know,
Mm.
hey.
Yeah, well,
What could you really
Yeah.
expect? I mean, that dude taught history. He was history. Like,
he was. My father had him when he was at UConn.
Get out of here.
I'm serious.
I didn't even know your father went to UConn.
Yeah, dude. Blue.
yeah, it said
Legacy.
50 years of service.
That teacher?
Yeah.
God bless. What's
Yeah,
your
50
father
years,
say
man.
about him, about that teacher?
Well, because I had come home one time and I was complaining about him as a professor, and he's like, so and so, like this name, and I was like, yep, for this class, and he was like, I definitely had him when I went there. So I was
Nice.
like, well, yep. He's like, that guy definitely should not be teaching. I was like, you're telling me?
You ever admit to your dad the time I broke into your house for those philosophy exam answers? Or
Remember
Absolutely not, because you weren't the first person to break into my house for something.
Who else broke in there?
Do you remember the person that used to live down the road from me? Not the guy, but the girl that used to live down the road from me. If you come off my street and you take a right,
Yep.
she broke in one time because I needed a book or a binder or something like
I
that.
remember this story now. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she came in and I'd given her the passcode for the alarm and she didn't type it in right, and so the alarm went off and she dipped out of there literally 2 seconds before the cops showed up.
yeah, I had a similar experience.
I remember.
But I still went up there and got the paper.
Oh, she
Yeah.
didn't. She didn't. Oh, well, if she got it, then the cops would have showed up.
Yeah, slow
Oh,
response
she got
time.
it. She got whatever she needed, but
Oh.
she was just in and out, just
Has she ever been in your house before?
no.
See, that's where I had the advantage there because I knew where Austin's bedroom was. I was like, oh, I know where to
Yep.
go.
A beautiful house.
Yeah,
I mean,
beautiful house.
beautifully constructed.
Luckily, I had spent time with your dog, so she didn't attack me. She came over. I
She's
pet her.
not. She wouldn't have attacked you even if she didn't know who you were. She was all bark, no bite, man.
But yeah,
But yeah, no, multiple people had that kind of Mission Impossible experience in my house.
but I peeled out and in my head I was like, damn, like, do I hear sirens right now, or am I just tripping because like I just technically broke into the house?
Did you trip the alarm?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then
We had tripped
I
the
drove
alarm
off.
in that house so many times. Didn't even matter.
That's wild.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Good times in that house. That was fun. That's fun.
Great times in that house. I missed the basement in that house because
Yeah.
it was so big. We had the ping pong table down there. We had the dartboard.
the workout area.
Whatever happened to the
Mike
Corvette?
Sold it.
I know he sold it a while ago. He should have kept it. I would have bought it off of him.
You would have bought that car off of him?
I mean, I don't have the money.
You
but
liar. You
Yeah.
would not have bought that
Mic
car
up to
off of
your
him.
face, man.
I do. I would have. I liked it. I liked it.
Yeah, it was a nice car. It was a heavy clutch on that car. And that car had like 30,000 miles on it. And it was an
Jeez.
85 Corvette.
85. I thought it was 80, but that was one car that I was like, I would have seriously considered it.
Yeah, if it was a little bit later, like if it was now and we had to get rid of that car, then I'd be like, dude, I'll find a place to store it.
100%.
But
Yeah.
no,
Ye-
it was nice. We had to get rid of that.
Yeah, no, but
But-
the house, beautiful. Basement, beautiful. 3-car garage, beautiful. I mean, we did a lot of stuff
Yeah.
there,
You did. You had worked out on that whole little machine set that we had down there. You did it once or twice.
Yeah.
and he was
No,
like, not for
no.
me.
I know for
No.
a fact I only did it like once. Austin had us doing ab work because I was like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah,
Bro had us doing was it cherry pickings or whatever, where you're like like the Russian twist, and I was like,
The Russian twist.
I was like, bro, I
yeah.
can't do this shit.
I have a picture of Mike on my phone doing shoulder presses on the little Smith machine there. That was the one and only time that he did that work.
No, we did it
in
for
my
a few
basement.
months.
We did it like twice. And then Mike straight up said to me, he's like, this isn't for me.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, Mike, that's the thing with your fitness goal. You got to get into Iron Paradise, buddy. Go to the gym.
you
start-
do.
Yeah, start lifting some
Well,
weights.
like this is what I say all the time. Like, I am not a great self motivator, so it's like I don't want to dish out the money, but I feel like I have to like pay for some sort of personal trainer to like and tell them
Yeah.
like this is what I want to do, like this is what in the shape I want to be, like what I want to work on, this and that, and have them just like work with me and motivate me to do that. Because clearly, I mean, there's a gym in my place I pay for as part of my rent every month, and
Yeah.
you think my ass went up there
But
once?
that's the thing. It's part of your rent. It's already, you're just like, oh, I'm paying the rent.
I actually
You should get a gym membership that where you're paying, because then it's like, oh, I'm paying for this, I have to go.
You know, I've tried the cycling room. They have a cycling room. I've tried it a few times, and I like it. But you have to, like, they have a TV in the room. There's like 2 or 3 bikes, and they have a TV. And I've just been like, I would get like free rides from YouTube. You know what I'm saying, and try to mimic those. But they really hone in on you getting the subscription and all that.
Yeah,
and all
of
that.
course.
But then after a while, how many YouTube free rides can you do that they're all the same? You know.
Yeah. That's
Plus, I don't see you as a bike guy, man.
yeah.
I think you just gotta
Go to the gym. I
gotta
mean,
pump that
listen,
iron.
you could get like the one that I go to, the Edge. You can get a membership that includes like cycling classes, other class. Like I think I pay like $33 a month, which is a lot. But like, if you go,
Yeah.
15
That's-
times, like $2 a time every time you're there, I think it's worth it.
You want to talk about cycling? That place has a whole section of that
Yeah.
gym that's a movie theater,
Yep.
but instead of seats, they have cardio equipment. So they have
That's cool.
treadmills, they have cycles, they have ellipticals. That
Mhm.
was so cool. And then they would
Yeah.
give you like a showing of what was playing
Yeah, they
that
give
week.
you a whole the month. They give the month now. You can see everything
Oh,
that
really?
they're playing. Yeah.
That's
and they
pretty
just put
sick.
it on repeat.
Maybe something to check out.
I feel like the Wethersfield one isn't that far from you.
No, it's not.
You could come to the Bristol one with me and work out.
That one's not that far either.
Yeah. Yeah, man, we're gonna get you lifting some weights this year. 2025. That's gonna be. We talked about resolutions on the last one. That's gonna be my personal resolution, is getting Mike to lift weights.
There you go.
By the end of 2025, we're gonna be super beefy,
I used
which
to
is ripped.
I used to go with my dad in high school when he worked in the morning instead of overnights, and he would go. It was Planet Fitness, but he would go stupid early in the morning. It was like 4:30 in the morning. But that he started work at whatever time, 7 or 8. But like, so I would go before school, before high school, work out with him, and then go to high school, and it was working. And it worked out well because we all know that Planet Fitness at certain times is just a disaster, right? You're not getting any equipment.
Yeah.
People are there for kind of the wrong reasons instead of working out the whole 9. But at that time it was pretty cool because it was all the guys or the people that were actually serious about working out, and was just like, everybody kind of knew everybody at that time of the morning. So they would just, everybody would work out. Nobody's hitting the lunk alarm if you're grunting or you're slamming weights. Like everybody's
The
there
lunk
for
alarm.
a good pump. Remember the lunk alarm? That's still a
Yeah.
thing. So everybody was there for a
hated
good
that.
pump. You know what I'm saying? And doing their thing, and everybody knew each other casually. So nobody's ratting on each other. So my dad got the lunk alarm hit on him once or twice. You know what I'm saying? But those guys in the morning, just kind of knew everybody, knew the routine. And I did that for a while,
Wasn't your dad hitting the neck exercises on the machine?
Yeah, my dad's
Lean
the animal
bunnies.
that uses something like those the leg one like this. Okay, where you pump. My dad's the animal. It's like I use it for my neck. I just put some weight on it, and he's like
All right, that's
pumping his
crazy.
neck. And I was like, dog, I think I
His
gotta
dad-
stop coming with you. I'm like, I don't.
His
on the-
dad's
on the
one
leg
that's got
press.
he's got the cables and he's like jumping up
He
and
had
pulling it back.
He had
and-
the gravity boots. He had the gravity boots that had the hook, so he would hook and he would hang and he would do it.
Dude,
And-
I did those. Those were great.
did he let you borrow them? Or I remember him letting somebody borrow them. I remember it was you.
Yeah,
but
at one point he had let me borrow them, and then I got my own.
he was like a good person to work out with. Like he knew, like, from the military and stuff, like, this is good exercise for
Well,
this
yeah,
and
your
that.
dad's buff as shit. I mean, that
Not
makes
maybe
sense.
not so much anymore,
Yeah,
but
but-
if you like, I for his 60th birthday, I was like going through pictures of him when he was deep in the military. Like, it was no joke, but he was just that animal. He was like, this one's for the quad, but I use it for the foot. And I'm like,
No, he was crazy.
dog, I don't know about that. Then he's like, they pulled a lunk alarm on me, and I was like, yeah, were you using like the arm machine for your fibula? Like, what are you doing, dude?
For some reason, I feel like you've told me this before because I specifically remember you doing this movement.
Yeah. He would tell you it was the leg press or something like that, and he was just like cranking it, dude, with the neck. And he's like, "Oh,
That's insane.
I'm like, dude, that's animal move. That's animal move."
That's functional bodybuilding
Yeah.
right there.
Hey, you know what? God bless him.
I got
And,
so many neck problems. I should start trying that. See if that fixes it.
and like everything else, the pandemic ruined it. Stopped working out. You know, they closed the gyms, and he was working at night. His job is now less physical, and it kind of killed him. But you know, for a while, I was following his routine, and it was intense. But those guys who were serious about working out were cool, man. They were not going to steer you in the wrong direction. So it was fun while it lasted. You know.
What a
man,
guy.
We gotta get you back in the gym. I get myself back in the gym too. Be consistent, but
you got to start small. That's why we said like last episode, like start with walking. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like 2 miles a day is definitely a start. Let me tell you, 3 years of walking up and down 3 flights of steps to get to my apartment, my ass is plump. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's, listen, these legs,
yeah.
legs are. I'm not. You know, I say that jokingly, but like. You know, like we talked about, like me gaining healthy weight in last
Yeah.
episode, like, you know, like 3 years of going up and down 3 flights of steps a lot of times. These
It'll
legs
tone
are
you.
getting,
Listen,
these legs are getting a little
we-
toned up.
We know we've seen you, but the audience hasn't. Can you stand
Yeah,
up and give
you want to
everybody
take
a
your
little?
pants off?
take
Yeah, you
pants
don't even
off.
have to drop the pants. Just show the shape. You know,
Yeah.
show everybody what you've
Straight
been
up.
working for.
Get up.
No, you're not
stand
gonna,
up.
you're not gonna bully me to do it.
Here, listen. I'll leave the couch right now so it could look like a different scene.
I mean, it's all set up. We got the
Yeah,
camera, we got the
yeah,
couch.
Exactly.
I'm trying to start my
Be like, "How
acting
old are you?"
career. You know what I'm saying?
Can you show us your ID to show us you're over 18?
You know
Oh,
what?
man.
60% of the internet really ruined us. But what are you gonna do?
Wait, 60% of the internet is
Wait, what?
porn? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I believe it's 60%.
That's crazy.
I want to look that up now.
Yeah.
Not porn, but this.
I was gonna say Pornhub.com is 60%. Dude,
Talk
I
about
did,
screen sharing.
I did read, like, when I was like scrolling my phone earlier, I saw that they just banned Pornhub in Florida. So VPN, like the searches for VPN and like, you know, like Nord or whatever, they've gone up 1,150% in
That's right.
Florida in the past like week because they just banned it there. So everyone's like, "Fucking, I need to get a VPN."
That's it, man.
I mean, there's no Blockbuster anymore. Remember Blockbuster FYE? They had like the section that had all the movies
mean,
covered. You know, with
Yeah,
the
you can still
Blockbuster.
go to Ecstasy Video on Lakewood Road.
God, is that place
It's
still
still
open?
open. Yeah, I drove by
There
at
you
like
go, man.
10:30 the other night, and the lights were on.
God.
They should have a sign out front like McDonald's does, where it's like 1 billion served,
No, yeah, I'm good.
servicing the community in the
You know what's
in
crazy?
the dark.
I didn't know that those places had like viewing stalls
Oh, I didn't know that.
where you could like go back and watch
Oh,
the porn.
I didn't know that.
That's disgusting.
Little
That's
little
awful.
free trial. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I mean, they used to have those. That used to be Times Square in like the 80s. It was
Oh,
just
yeah.
like a
What?
bunch
No
of.
way. What? What are you talking about?
Oh, you didn't know that? Times Square in the 80s was basically just like porn theaters, like strip clubs, like places to basically like jerk off in public. And
Nice.
they had to basically were like, yeah, we should not have this in like one of the busiest sections of the city. We should make this family friendly. And
Yeah.
so they put a Toys R Us.
And so they
there.
said, I was gonna say,
And the
Yeah.
M&M store.
Yeah, exactly.
and people use it for the exact same thing.
It didn't stop. You could take it away from the people,
Yeah.
but the people ain't gonna stop.
And technically, with
right.
the clientele coming in now, it's worse.
But they're attracting a different crowd.
That's what
You
I'm
know?
saying. It's a different crowd. It's
Let me tell you,
worse.
it's not gonna stop Florida. It ain't stopping.
No, are you kidding me?
That's nuts.
So, yeah.
Viewing rooms, viewing
Viewing
stalls.
rooms. I didn't know they had. I mean, that's just gross. I would never. I don't know where, but someone should send me a list of where these places are so I could avoid them.
Please give me a
Yeah.
detailed
Or
list.
go give it a try.
No. To avoid them.
Don't be shy. Give it a try. That's nuts.
You know, for a reason. I don't even want to be suspected of going to any of these places. You know,
Listen, you brought it up.
that's why I'm just that way I could block them out on the GPS. So I'm just
Right.
So I know that they're there, and I'm like not going there. I'm gonna avoid that building.
It's like that scene in the Simpsons movie where it's like they're trying to blow up Springfield, and it's like the Grand Canyon too. It's not on any GPS whatsoever. That's what I think.
Oh
about it.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was Tom Hanks. He's like, "Hi, I'm Tom Hanks."
Great movie.
Yeah, beautiful movie. You know my love for The Simpsons. Beautiful. That is my goal. What do you guys put on? You guys do this like comfort? I don't call it a comfort show, but like again, like talking about like I put on The Simpsons is my show that I put on, and either I could sit there and dead watch it, or I just put it on in the background while I do some things or something. Like that's always like if there's nothing else to watch, I'm putting that on. Do you guys have a show like that, like your comfort show, or just something that you like have as the safety to put on?
Sadly, Instagram Reels.
What's your screen time at today, there, handsome?
This week it was 7 hours and 14 minutes. Let's see what it was
There
today
you
because
go.
I was off and I didn't really do much until this. 6 hours and 45 minutes today. Almost 2 hours of that spent on Instagram, an hour and 8 minutes on Reddit. It's not that bad.
Kind of
That's
sounds.
still a good chunk of time.
It kind
I
of
know.
sounds bad.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Kind of sounds bad.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean that's it. I just watched that instead of turning on TV.
You watch a lot of YouTube
Why?
though.
That too. YouTube. I was scrolling through my YouTube feed when I was like about to eat, and I was like, "Damn, I should just watch a show at this point because I'm like you know how like on the YouTube app like on a TV it will show you like categories and like all this stuff. I was like 9 rows down, all the way over, being like, "What can I watch? None of this stuff is appealing to me right now." And I was like, "I should just watch a show."
That's how it
Start
is. That's how it
something.
gets you. It's designed to be that way. I watch way too much YouTube.
Yeah.
But that's because I like to have something on in the background, like while I'm working or something like that. Not because I'm watching it, but because I need noise.
Yeah.
But it's not bad. Why, Mike? What is yours really low?
What do you mean really low?
Like screen time.
Screen time.
Oh, I don't track it, but no, since I
Your
Kinda-
phone will tell
Your phone
you.
does.
I thought I had to like turn it on to track it.
Oh,
Nope.
maybe you do.
All right, let me look.
I don't think so.
I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, you scroll. Just open your get to the home screen, then scroll left, all the way. Yeah, and then scroll down. Keep scrolling. Oh yeah, no, I guess you do have
Turn
this one.
on app and website. Yeah, I have to turn it on.
All right, well, turn it on and you
Here's-
report back next.
Turn it on.
episode.
That's your homework.
Yeah. Let's see how much you're on there.
I don't want to. Can I turn it off later? Will it start
Yes.
tracking now, or like was it already tracking? And
It
I
will
just
start
don't-
tracking now. I don't think it will.
All right, I'll start fresh tomorrow.
All right.
I'll turn it on like
That's-
fresh.
yeah.
Like I don't want. It's already 1
It'll
hour.
do
like
it
the-
day by day, dude. So it'll discount today. It'll just tell you what
it
you're
will
doing for tomorrow.
It'll cut itself off
Oh,
at
okay,
midnight.
okay,
yeah.
okay. I imagine it's
That's what I'm
gone
saying.
down because I cut social media, but I also do scroll on some reels. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's kind of what I do. But I
Yeah.
also use my phone a lot for work. So I feel like that's going to make the number go
Yeah.
up. So
I mean, that's fine. It's
Yep.
whatever. As long as, I was told last night that you do peruse TikTok for 3 hours before hopping in the shower, though.
Facebook,
So, I mean,
Facebook reels. Facebook reels.
I think that's way
Sitting on
worse.
the-
That is so much worse.
Listen,
Sitting on the toilet before you get in the shower?
45 minutes in the bathroom, 10 in the shower, the other 35 just watching videos.
I mean, hey, listen, my
What
splits.
kind of videos are you watching?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm watching reels. I'm watching
gonna say-
reels. I put Disney Plus on my phone, and maybe like after I shower and I like brush my teeth, do the whole 9, just throw a quick episode on there. Really, really relax it up before I go to bed.
Yeah.
I
Again,
respect that.
I was told 3 hours. So, I mean, I don't know who to believe.
3 hours.
3 hours is a lie. If I
Wait,
spend,
wait, hold on.
if I spend
3
3 hours
what?
in the bathroom, if I spend 3
3
hours
hours
in the bathroom, call the cops because there's a problem.
So I was going to say, my split's more like 20 minutes videos, 10 minutes into the shower.
I condense all of that. I put on a video while I'm in the shower.
See, I got to get one of those like clear bags that you could like slot your phone in before you turn the water on. And then you could still like,
Your phone's waterproof, dude.
yeah, but I'm not,
Water resistant.
but I don't want it to be wet.
You know what bugs the shit out of me? People watch movies while they drive. People are watching TikToks
Can't.
and
That's
reels
crazy.
in movies. Like the amount of times I'm driving on the
I can only
highway.
watch sports when I drive.
Like
you know?
I like drive
can't
on
do that.
location and I'll like pass somebody and their phone is dapped up on the windshield and they're watching like a full movie. And dude, and it bugs the shit out of me. Like, do we not have that big of attention span where you
Yeah.
can't just focus on the road
Well,
100% of the time?
Think about it this way. Some people love the TikToks that have the Subway Surfers in them. So they're just doing that in real life.
No,
The
dog.
Subway Surfers.
No,
is
dog.
the
These
way
these
to-
are
They're
full
just
on.
dodging real traffic.
No, these are full on drama series shows they're watching. I'm telling you, you
Yeah.
could tell the difference between a TikTok and a movie. Okay, and these people are watching movies while they drive.
Hey, here's a better question. Why are you looking in their car and
Yeah.
not on the road?
Aren't you
because I gotta
distracted?
flip them off for being distracted. You know what I'm saying? I gotta hit them with the
They're not
bird.
looking at you. They're looking at the phone.
No
man.
shit, no shit. That's why they're in two lanes.
Mike, I gotta
No
use
shit.
I gotta use a phrase that you used a couple episodes ago.
Here we go. I'm scared.
Uh-oh.
Can't beat them. Join
Join
'em.
'em.
That's right.
I thought it was. I
You
thought
need
it
to
was
start-
a dollar's a dollar.
You
but
need to
we'll
start
take-
watching movies while you
No.
drive.
No,
That's
no,
right.
I won't do it. I got hit twice by distracted driving. You guys all know the first accident I got into. Gave me a concussion. Distracted driving.
Mhm.
Girl
Yeah.
didn't see the red light. T-boned me. Car was totaled. Car was smoking.
Yeah.
You
Smoking.
made it too real.
Yeah.
You made it too real.
Cause I'm bringing it home. I hit that home run. I'm coming from third right to home plate. I'm letting everybody know it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
When did we become this
Yeah.
type of show, Victor?
What is this? What
Listen,
yeah, what are we doing?
our
Is this,
7
was this
viewers
just a
are gonna
way
learn
for
a
you to
lesson.
start putting out your little lessons on here?
is
Yeah.
this a way for me to start putting out? I don't do that, dog. You know that. Come on.
I know, we just asked you to
Oof.
take your pants off. You said no.
Yeah, and you didn't want to do it at all. You didn't even want to stand
I
up.
know. So you can see that tight little ass of yours.
Oh,
up.
That was. I don't know how I felt about that one. I'm not gonna
You
lie.
feel objectified?
he
You
just
should.
complimented you.
Yeah.
I think objectified is right. I think is this how women feel? Like that's crazy. I went to the.
Yo, is this how women feel? That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's all you got.
Hold on,
That's all
hold
you
on.
got for
That's-
centuries of objectification.
Listen, one time I went to.
That is one.
Clip
That's
that. Clip
crazy.
that.
I'm
Listen,
definitely
Clip
clipping
that.
I
Talking
went-
about men's mental health, and he says that's crazy.
That's crazy.
I went to one of the clubs at the casino once a while ago for somebody's birthday. We all went as a group and we're all there dancing. I think Lil Jon was the guest. Okay.
Oh, hell
So
yeah.
that's how you know what that kind of night was. And somebody, I don't know who, like I was just dancing this and that. Somebody put my hand, their hand on my back. It was pushing on it to make me bend over so I could back it up. And so obviously me, I roll with it, right? So I'm just like, okay, you know, like do a little 1-2 pump. Okay. But listen,
Obviously, me.
after-
I'm gonna
after-
roll with it.
after the fact, I was like, wow, guys do that to women. Like that happens, you know, like just an
Okay.
unwanted, like
So-
little hand on the back, little get down there, you know, that's crazy.
Yo, maybe you do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Who did that to you? Like, did you know?
Did you turn around at all?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, after the fact, I turned around. But what I'm saying is,
Was
like
it someone
that,
you knew? Was it a friend?
yes, it was somebody I knew. It was a friend. Yes. But what I'm saying
Okay,
is
you
like,
played that off like it was a total stranger, and you were just like, "Well, I guess I'm
I
doing
guess
this."
I'm gonna grind on this guy.
well, I figured out after the fact. I figured out after the fact. You know what I'm saying? Like after I turned around, I was like, oh, it was a friend. But like the fact that like guys do that.
It is.
Mike.
It is so funny that you were willing to do it without knowing who
You
it
know.
was.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't-
It could have been
Crazy.
anybody, dude.
It could have been anyone.
I
And
don't
you're like,
think-
oh, you know, I guess, you know, just bending it over for some stranger.
Listen,
That's
If you got it, flaunt it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure.
Listen, when you walk up and down 3 flights of stairs for 3 years, you're using what God gave you.
There are so many mixed messages
Oh,
coming
man.
out of this.
Yeah.
If you can't beat
Right
them,
now.
join them. You know, $1's a dollar. What other
God,
ones we got?
Jesus Christ, I don't know.
I just want to say for everybody that's listening, if somebody does that to you, please don't just
Yeah,
bend
don't.
over.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
don't do that. Don't
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
And don't be the bender. You know, don't be the person trying
Yes,
to.
also true. Do not
Also
do
a
that
good
to
point,
anybody.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I learned. That's what I learned that day. I learned that I was like, guys do this to women, and it doesn't feel good because it happened to me. It doesn't feel good. And I became a better person.
You know what?
That night.
You know what, Mike? I'm happy that you went through that experience. You should have learned that lesson before then.
You should have known way before.
I'm not.
Mike's like, I finally get it now.
what I'm saying is that like I have not done that, but what I'm saying is like people do that.
Yeah.
People do
Right.
that.
They do. They do. And you've created that space today and saved somebody else the trouble of learning that lesson.
If I
online.
That's
could
right.
save one person, I think I've done a good job. What do you guys think about being life coaches? You think we'd be good life coaches?
I don't think I would.
Victor would
think
be
I would
like,
either.
"It doesn't matter, kill yourself." And be like,
I
"Okay,
wouldn't say that.
I've heard it before." Okay, I've heard it before.
I wouldn't say
Throwing
that,
you under the
know?
bus, Vic.
Yeah. It's all right.
You think we'd be good life coaches?
Absolutely not. I think you just gave everybody a prime example of why you wouldn't be a good life
Yeah.
coach.
I'd be like, "Look, you have two options: turn around, say no, or back that ass up. You choose." You know?
Yeah, I was gonna say you unlearned misogyny, but I think you just brought it right back there.
I know you did.
Oh man. All right.
Well, this has been fun, guys.
Yeah.
We did good.
I think it's safe to officially say this, but Atticus has left the pod.
Oh man,
No,
Yeah.
Atticus.
Yeah, and you guys have replaced. These are the replacements, guys. So
Yeah, we said when we first started that
Yeah.
they were in the closet.
yeah,
We just haven't let them out.
yeah, never. But yeah, just a little housekeeping on that one. I felt like,
In case you guys were wondering.
yeah.
I would have did an episode with Atticus. It would have been fun.
I mean, he might come back for like one-offs or whatever,
He should.
but yeah, as of right now, yeah, he's left the show. So
But we encourage people to speak up. We're willing to drop Mike if the folks
Yeah.
don't like.
yeah, if
What's
there is,
going on here?
if there is a different third that would like to join us, we are always on.
Why am I the three? I mean, why can't I be the two? I know I can't be the one, but why can't I be the two? I don't understand.
We are always looking for fresh
We're-
talent and new faces.
That's right. We were a little short on time, and this is really working in the interim. But we just want to be sure. So feel free to speak up. Send some letters in, applications.
I was gonna make it
Anybody, really. We'll take anybody.
No, you can make the joke. Go ahead, make the joke.
No,
No, say it.
I
Say
just
it.
I why can't I be the two? Why do I got to be the three? You know,
What does that mean? What does that mean?
like in order, it goes obviously Victor number one because this is his podcast, and then
Of course.
there's you and I, and you said like, oh, we're looking for another third, which makes you the two because you dubbed me as the three.
See,
Technically,
you.
I was gonna say technically
ahead, Vic.
it's our podcast now. You guys get
Right.
Equal, you guys
It's
get
a
equal,
collective.
Yeah,
we.
you get equal ownership and creative control.
Right.
33% each. That's not bad.
Well,
When we
like-
go public,
well, it's like you get 32. Austin and I get 33.5
yes,
to split
Yeah.
that 1%.
yeah, we don't feel comfortable giving you full voting rights.
Yeah.
So then that means you have to buy me out.
No, you have a minority
No.
control. You have no.
Right.
I wish somebody told me off the pot I was the three. I could have negotiated the two.
Someone does not like being the Draymond Green of this podcast.
No.
Yeah.
Listen. Every team needs good support.
Yeah. Listen. There was
That is the biggest way to say fuck you I've ever heard in my life.
Listen. When you have Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, someone's got to be the Dennis Rodman.
That's right.
That's right.
And we haven't found our Dennis Rodman yet. We're with Tony Kukoc right now. We're looking for our Dennis Rodman, is what we're
Right.
saying.
So please send in applications.
Listen, I'm promoting the podcast. How's your promotions going on the podcast there, Austin?
It's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you,
it's
you're
good.
throwing it on your personal Instagram. Maybe make a couple Facebook posts. Because my last Facebook post got
Oh.
at least 400 views on the last video. How many views did yours get?
Word of mouth, baby. Word of mouth.
Yeah.
Nobody can quantify how much my promotion has done.
Damn, maybe we should ask that dude who left the comment who's trying to start bro, we should do a podcast. See if that's our Dennis Rodman.
Yes. Clearly he felt strongly enough.
Yeah, he felt moved.
Maybe he actually meant that he wanted to start a podcast.
Yeah, with us. Me and Austin.
Right, just us two. The number one and number two.
Put on some music and get us out of this fucking episode, please. Put something on. Get us out of this.
We love you, Mike.
Yeah.
I don't feel it.
Well, one day you will.
Tony Coles.
Yeah, everyone listen to Take Care by Big X The Plug. Incredible album.
Great song.
So how have you been,